Welcome to Activation Nation, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to be here. This is where we talk all things business, mindset, momentum, and what it really takes to build a life you love. I'm your host, Mindy Trimble, and I am joined here today with Kelly Olsen, first timer on the podcast, so I'm thrilled about that. Kelly is our VP of Business Development and knows all things P84 and LoveBiome. And so we're going to just really talk a lot about P84 today and dive into the history of it and where it came from, what it's all about. So welcome, Kelly. Thanks for joining me.
I'm happy to be here. We were talking earlier. This is my first podcast. I've been in the industry for 40 plus years. So this is awesome.
That's cool. I'm glad that I can be here for that.
It's a new experience, and I'm excited. Happy to be here with you.
Well, we've talked a ton about P84 over the last few months, and you've heard, it's part of our Healthy Edge stack now. It's part of a lot of things. We've really tied it with Protandem and done a ton of research. And we had a podcast a few weeks ago with Lisa and Christina where they really talked a lot about the benefits of the two products together and using them together. And so, and we've started to really get a lot of stories and testimonials about people that are from the field that have started using them together and are seeing some great results and some amazing things. But I want to rewind a little bit and go back to the beginning and really where P84 came from and what was behind all of that. So can you tell us a little bit about how did it begin?
Yeah. Yes, it's a cool story. I actually ended a 23-year experience with another company in 2020. And my friend and vice president here at LifeVantage now, Sean Whitney, and I just began talking about the industry, and we felt like there were things that, were left undone, and we had a hunger to kind of explore some new ideas. And when you get into this framework of thinking about new ideas or opportunities, you kind of zoom back and look at the entire landscape, and that's kind of where we were. And the pivotal moment in my life is when I opened up the pantry in our kitchen. Now, this is a little bit about a commentary about my wife, but also about me too. Our pantry was filled with supplements, with half-empty bottles of things that we had bought, that she had bought, that I bought, and probably and this was the kind of the thought that came into my mind, probably every home in America is exactly like that.
Yeah.
They can go into their kitchen, open up their cupboard, wherever they keep their powders, pills, potions, whatever, and, some friend recommends, so they buy it, they take it 3 times, and then they keep it on the shelf. And there's probably hundreds of dollars sitting on these shelves, unused and unable to benefit. And so I looked at this cupboard full of money, actually. That's what I saw, cupboard full of bottles that represented money. And I'm just thinking there's got to be something. There's got to be a way to get rid of this clutter and confusion. Because everybody's got to be feeling about this the way I do. And so Sean and I just started talking and exploring and reading and talking to other friends and other people that we've been associated with in this space for a long time. And it, these discussions kind of, how they begin to, you begin to focus. We began to focus on the gut. Okay. And this is, because it's logical. It's logical that there's so much happening within the gut every day, every minute. And so we go, okay, but gut health wasn't really a new idea. And there were tons and tons and tons of competitors, tons and tons of products. And so we're going, okay, but where is the opportunity here? Where is the thing that if we're going to get back into this, that we can go to potential, consultants and partners and customers with something that's like a discovery, Mindy. I mean, it's like a discovery.
Yeah.
People want to discover things. They want, they want to, I don't know, break out of these same old rhythmic messages that they just get pounded day in and day out.
People want things, like you said, simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
That absolutely, and the pantry full of products was the big visual on that. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, a long story short, and I could go on and on. Believe me, Mindy, I can go on and on. But because we had this was during COVID. So I'll tell you a funny story. This was during COVID, and we used to meet at a sandwich shop in Provo, Utah. They wouldn't let us sit inside. And it was cold. And so we had to sit on a bench out on the road. That's where we held our meetings. And we just started talking about, where we wanted to go and what we envisioned. And is there something here? And this is, it just leads to reading. It leads to discussions. It leads to research. And the pivotal moment, Mindy, was when we understood fully that when we say the gut, there are really two components. That, to me, was when the light came on. The gut is really the structural part of the large and small intestine. What we refer to as the gut, what most people refer to as the gut. Okay, it's kind of like the house, the structure. But within the house is the ecosystem, and that's the microbiome. And that just, I don't know, it just sparked our interest. Yeah. What is going on in that ecosystem? And how can we leverage that? How can we learn more and educate? And so we just did a deep dive.
Okay.
I can't tell you how deep of the dive we went into.
I was going to say, I'm guessing there was probably a lot of trial and error going on of just...
So much.
Yeah.
And, you go down pathways and tangents, but there was a theme that just kept going on that kind of linked it all together. And that was that this environment, first of all, the environment consists... And again, the thing that... Sorry, I'm rambling.
No,
sorry.
This is great.
Most people don't know this, okay? That's the first thing we realize is. Yeah. Now, you and I know this, and I know that people here at LifeVantage know, and people who are tuned in kind of know, but most of the people that were walking through the mall or whatever have no idea that inside their gut is this microbiome environment of hundreds of trillions of microbes and a diversity of bacterial strains, we call them probiotics, that literally help the body express every function and every system, and that's kind of I don't know, mission control of the body. Yeah, and so. That's where our interest was. That's where we said, okay, we got to find out about this, because this, if we can figure out a way that we can provide a simple solution and help people just learn about this is a winner. Well, we learned, first of all, that microbiome science is relatively new, where gut science is not. But the subset, the microbiome science, was relatively new. As a matter of fact, the United States initiated what they call the microbiome project, kind of like the genome project. The genome project actually gave the follow-on was the microbiome project. This was in 2007.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying. The science is new.
It is new.
It's new.
Yeah.
And so that excited us. It excited us that
Absolutely.
Maybe we had an opportunity to help people discover something that was newer than vitamin C and, and vitamin D and and all of these other things that people have in their pantry. And so that was pretty exciting. And so that just led to us, getting with our R&D consultants and individuals who could help us really take these ideas and create something that we could actually provide people that they could get into their lives and
would be beneficial.
would help. Yeah,
absolutely.
And so that was,
I think anytime we can simplify it, help people to feel less overwhelmed, and provide them with something that will have benefit to them in their lives and just their overall health and how they're feeling, is so beneficial.
So beneficial. And most of the time, I think you can relate to this. I think most people can. You'll buy supplements and you'll take them and you don't know if they're working or not. I mean, really, you're going, okay, I kind of...
I hope.
Yeah, okay. I hope. And I'm doing, I'm doing what they say to do in the label. But in the final analysis, they're going, I'm not sure this really does any good or not.
And sometimes you feel it and sometimes you don't. Yeah. And it's hard to know for sure.
And so we were going, if we could create something that, literally from day one, that people, our customers and obviously our partners, salespeople who are dealing with the customers, could feel confident that this is something that you can do every day that is
and see a
demonstrably better.
Yeah, and see a benefit. That's huge for people because you're right. It is. A lot of times you are kind of going blind and you're just not really sure. You're crossing your fingers, but you're not sure if it's, and so to actually be able to feel a benefit in some way or another is huge.
Is exactly right.
Yeah.
And so that was like the golden ring. If we could, something, the science is relatively new and unknown. And so people felt like they were discovering something that wasn't just the same old messages they've been hearing about, blah, blah, blah. But also something simple that didn't take a lot of time. And
that tasted good, by the way. Can we just point that out? Because a lot of the things don't always taste very good. That are, have greens.
Aesthetically pleasing is what you're talking about. Yes.
And so that's really a huge part too.
And then that they actually could feel that.
That's a big deal.
That's the golden ring. Yeah,
absolutely. Anytime I think we're able to notice something that helps regulate our gut a little bit, helps make us feel, because as we know, like all of the food that we have now, a lot of things are processed, things like that. And so our gut doesn't always feel great.
Yeah.
I know I'm speaking for myself. I can only speak for myself, but there's a lot of things that we have in our foods that sometimes are a little on the upsetting side.
It's true.
And so anything that can help regulate that and you really notice is a game changer. And then the simplicity, that is a game changer. And helping people feel like they are taking charge of their health and they're able to do something every day that's simple, that's doable, and that they notice a difference is such a big deal.
Absolutely. And if you can help people, I know this sounds weird, but it's so true. Help people feel smart.
Yeah.
That they are making a smart choice. And they're doing something smart for themselves every single day.
Yeah.
That was so important. And we received that feedback constantly as we began our business.
I feel like I'm taking charge of my own health a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I finally found something that, when I take it, I feel smart. I feel like I'm there. There's a hard line connection between what I'm doing and how I'm feeling.
Absolutely.
Which is so hard to,
It is. Yeah, that's hard. So kind of shifting gears a little bit. Yeah. So that was kind of where it began and your objective and just really like what you guys wanted out of it and what you guys wanted to accomplish with creating P84. Why the network marketing space?
Oh.
Why?
Well, that's simple. That is the easiest question. Okay. First of all, I've been in network marketing since the late 1980s. Actually, going back, my first network marketing experience was in 1978, believe it or not. I won't go into that story. But the thing that I have observed, honestly, I know that's way before you were born, but here is the truth of it.
Yeah.
And that I'm sorry that people don't really acknowledge this. Breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough in the health world have been introduced by network marketing companies, going back to Amway in the 50s and all the way through to Healthy Edge in 2025 and 2026. Breakthrough after breakthrough have originated from the network marketing space. And so I am absolutely proud to be in this industry. And as opposed to seeing your product on a store shelf with mayonnaise and cornflakes or whatever, and no one is there to help you understand what it is that you're buying, and why it's important. This should be an important part of your budget, and the discovery that went into the process of bringing this.
Yeah.
And so, to me, it was the perfect vehicle.
The perfect space to.
And I believe in it. I believed in it for years and years and years. I proved it. I've seen it. And it's the greatest way to impact people on a person-to-person basis.
And then moving from launching it with Love Biome and then joining forces with LifeVantage. And not just joining forces with LifeVantage, but really joining P84 and Protandim that LifeVantage had is, to me, and what we've seen in the research that's been done and the testing and the testimonials, the people that have been using it now for about 4 or 5 months, has been absolutely
off the charts. And
so how's that been for you? I mean, whereas it's, P84 is kind of your baby, right? And you have seen it from the very beginning. And so to go from there to where it's at right now and having it combined with something that's also game changing, and addresses things on a cellular level, which putting those two things together,
can I give you a semi-long answer?
Yeah, I'm ready.
P84 actually started, the process started in 2022. Actually, it started we launched our company in 2022, Love Biome.
Okay.
But obviously the research predated that by 2 or 3 years. We launched with microbiome treatment 1.0.
Okay.
We called it Daily 3. Immediately, we had a hunger for continuing our research and refining. We were a young company, and the science was new and actually
constantly
evolving.
Right.
So this led in 2023, a year and a half later, to introducing a concept that we called targeted probiotics. And this is where, by the way, some new products are going to be, introduced into LifeVantage, really had their nexus, was in this step that kind of came just prior, by the way, to P84, the discovery of that within our microbiome, not all, just like we are all different, we have a diversity of bacteria that are coded and function specific.
Sure.
This excited us, and so we created a line of function specific products that were based on this idea of targeted probiotics matched with synergistic prebiotics, and this is where PhytoPower C and B and all of I could we had a line of them came from in 2023. That the next stage was in 2024. That it's like everything evolves. That moved us to the desire to create the ultimate performance team. And this is where Phytopower X and hydration came from.
Okay.
And if you look at the formula of Phytopower X, it is I'm sorry, I'm biased, but it is the finest formula. It addresses kinetic and mental energy, and it is just such an elegant formulation, such an elegant formula. And that was the springboard for P84. Okay. So it's like development, the ambition, the knowledge, trying new things and being exposed to new ideas, step by step by step. And then in March of 2025, we launched P84. And we call it our masterpiece.
Okay.
And I'm not sorry. It is. It's our masterpiece.
You can call it your masterpiece.
It's our masterpiece. And it immediately, it just changed our company. Yeah. And then so this is my long story, because if I could go back in time, however many years, 15, 20 years, I'm still learning the real origin story of Protandim and LifeVantage, but I can imagine the same thing happening.
Yeah.
The same exact thing. Yeah. This drive to answer key questions, to be, to get junk out of people's, pantries, and to have, a masterpiece product.
Yeah, something that addresses what people are needing.
Yeah. And so it's natural, the first time that Sean and I met Steve, that we just looked at this like P84 and Protandim. This is like a match made in heaven, two masterpiece products coming together. And this is what has ultimately happened. And so it's just the evolutionary step of P84 is meeting Protandim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's like
LifeVantage.
Kind of the pieces falling together and matching up perfectly.
Yeah. And then as we've become acquainted and exposed to Lisa and the research team here at LifeVantage, and their vision and what they see, it's really interesting, because our first discussions with them, I could see that they see things that we never saw.
Yeah.
And that was pretty exciting, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. And it's just kind of steamrolled from there.
It's just continued on. Yeah. And I think it will continue on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just continue to have more research, see more results, have more testimonials from people that are seeing those results and experiencing different things on their own.
Healthy Edge to me is the smart thing that people should do every single day, the non-negotiable, automatic thing. And
it's simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Which we all need a little more of in our lives.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I love it. I love the possibilities, the opportunity, the trends. We're on trend. We're helping people discover. I think we're taking care of the clutter in the pantry, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's been a lot of fun. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for joining and for sharing all of that history and your story a little bit with it. You kind of mentioned a little bit about some other products, and just as a little sneak peek, we're going to be talking a little more about some other products that are coming down the pipeline here pretty soon. So make sure that you stay tuned in. Kelly's going to be joining us again. This is his first but not last podcast. So Kelly, I'm glad that I got to be a part of your very first podcast ever. And thank you for joining me. It was really fun.
Thank you, Mindy. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Activation Nation. And we will see you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The statements made have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.